What makes a business successful? The answer is a paying customer. But how do you find one? And then another one.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one.
This video will get you out of the trenches by showing you how to do a customer segmentation like a pro. I need to clean. The tool I'm going to show you now is called Facebook Audience Insight, and it's going to help you with your customer segmentation. Let's dive in. The way you get to Facebook Audience Insights is by just typing in Google Facebook Ads Manager. This is the first link that's going to come out in the search results. Once you're here, you probably need to register, and afterwards just click on Go to Ads Manager. Afterwards, click this button here and search for the Audience Insights, which is right here. Click on that. And here in this window, it's going to ask you whether you'd like to collect information for everybody on Facebook or for the people or the members of a particular Facebook page. I almost always click everyone on Facebook because it gives you very rich information. So let's go ahead and select this. And here you can see all kinds of information. What you need to first input is the location that you'd like to explore. For the purposes of this video, we can just click on the United States. And now you can see that here, roughly 150 to 200 million people from the United States are on Facebook, which gives us a good pool of participants to check their interests, to check their demographics, to get to know what they're into, etc. So then the next thing we can do is put an interest, something that we would like to check the interest of that audience. For example, we can put, we may be trying to sell some cat-related product. It could be cat food, cat toy, or any sort of cat-related product. That's why we would like to know how people feel about cats altogether. And you need to be careful here because you may also choose the musical cats, but in this particular case, we are interested in the pets, the cats. And out of a sudden, we notice here that this graphic is actually changing. And Facebook is showing us that 67% of the people who like cats are actually female. And we also can have a look at the spread when it comes to the age of the people interested into cats. And we can actually change that age group here. We can be, let's say we decide to target customers for our cat-related product who are between 30 and 50 years old. And you can see everything here is dynamic. So this information we can see changes accordingly. And out of a sudden, we figure out that 65% of all the people who are interested in cats are actually women. So we may decide to target only female customers. And we click this button so that we can acknowledge our desire to target females. And here, scrolling down on the page, you can see that the majority of people who are interested in cats are actually married, contrary to the wide belief that single people prefer cats. So the majority of the women between 30 and 50 years old are actually married. And we also see their education levels. Most of them have completed a university degree, and we can take all that information to tailor specific marketing messages to those audiences. Scrolling down, we can even see the job title that most people who are interested in cats within that age group actually have. So it seems that the majority of people interested in cats have some sort of administrative jobs, followed by sales, as far as I can see, then healthcare. So this can be useful when we develop the value proposition and when we try to come up with adequate advertisements to target these specific customer groups. Okay, going back up, we can click this button here, which says page likes. And we can see that the majority of people who like cats, who are also within the group age of 30 to 50 years old, they like the following things. When it comes to media, news company, they prefer, let's say, the penny hoarder. Not sure what this is, but it could be useful. For example, if this is the media company they follow, or they get their news or interest from that source of news outlet, we may collaborate with them, or we may place our advertisement in this media company, which pretty much suggests that we would be putting our product in the eyes of the most relevant customers, because the customers, the people who already like cats, they already use those sources. They're also interested in some websites, perhaps for coupons, in some mom-related websites, etc. There is specific public figures that they follow, which could be people who we get in touch with, ask them to support our company. We may actually pay them some money for them to advertise our product or service. And we can see all kinds of interesting aspects. So the women clothes shops, they're interested in are, for example, Chickasaw, Lane Bryant. I'm not familiar with any of those, but if you're targeting that group of customers, you have to familiarize yourself with them, because this is ultimately what your customers like. And when it comes to page likes, you can see the majority of people who like cats are also likely to like the following pages, to follow the following pages, which is information that also can help us to dial into the most relevant groups of people we would like to be targeting. And perhaps identify collaborators, key partners to get in touch with, to propose, to build relationship with, so that we can achieve our business goals. We may also look at the location where people who are interested in cats are most likely to be at, because the United States is very big. So we can be looking at, let's say, any specific location where these people are focused in, where they reside. So far, we can see roughly, let's say, equal split, but we can select the button to search for more. And out of a sudden, it seems that Houston, Texas is an outlier. You can see how everywhere else, the percentage of people interested in cats is 0.1% or 0.2%, but here is 0.5%. So there must be something about Houston, Texas, which makes people more likely to like cats, whatever the reason is. Then in Arizona, we can see the same outcome here. And this information will help us to identify the so-called beachhead market. In one of the videos I've posted already, I discussed what a beachhead market is. So you can go ahead and select this video to get to know what a beachhead market is. But in a nutshell, this is the place where most of your targeted customers reside. And this is the place where you should start off advertising your business, growing your business, etc. So quite a few locations in Texas. Okay, we can see that LA is actually a much bigger one than the previous locations in terms of potential for product adoption when it comes to cat products. You can see 0.9% of the people in LA are interested in cats, people in New York as well. So these are big cities. And we can draw some conclusions there. We can identify perhaps some trends and some characteristics of these cities that make people more likely to like cats. And if we are targeting, let's say, in the United States, there are multiple communities who speak different languages. We can actually look at the top languages, but here, of course, the top language is English, followed by Spanish. And here we can actually add another interest. We can let's say put Spanish in terms of as a language, and then you will zoom into the categories of Spanish speakers within the United States, and this is going to change all the other information in terms of demographics. It's going to change the things they like, etc. So you can narrow down. Actually, you can identify different interests and you can narrow down the audience based on those. you can add multiple interests altogether. And here you can see on the top side of the screen, you can see that there is 20 to 25 million females within the age of 30 to 50 who are interested in cats, who reside in the United States and also speak Spanish. As we start adding more interests, of course, this number, the total number of the audience, of the customers will go down, but it will allow us to target a very niche group of individuals, a very niche market, which we can capitalize on before we expand to other markets. For the sake of simplicity, I'm removing the Spanish language as an interest so that we can get a broader base of customers. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to click on activity, and it allows us to see how engaged those customer groups are. So in the past 30 days, people who like cats and follow the other characteristics which we identified, they also like commenting on different posts. They've commented 23 times in the past 30 days. They have liked 27 posts. They have shared posts. They have clicked on ads 8 times. So this is massive, because if we are to develop an online advertisement that targets our customers on Facebook, this information here suggests us that they're actually likely to click on this ad, because in the last 30 days, they on average click on more than one ad per day. And we can see here that the way they access Facebook is predominantly by mobile phone. So when we are developing an advertisement, let's say via Facebook, but could be via other platforms as well, most of those platforms allow us to limit the audience to which we show the ad based on the device they use to access the advertisement. So we can actually say that we want our advertisement to be visible only to people who access Facebook via mobile devices. And then we can see that the majority of them actually use iPhone as opposed to Android, but it's not such a striking difference, 55% versus 42%. So this is something that we should consider, specifically if we are to develop an app and we're wondering what kind of platform to use for the app development. And then for the app distribution, should we use the App Store by Apple or the Play Store by Android, by Google, etc. So these are all important bits of information that will help us to identify the most relevant group of audience, their location, their interests, the level of engagement in terms of how many times they comment, how many times they like or click on ads, but also how they access the platform and therefore how they are going to access our ad. And this has significant implications for the way we design our website, because once they click on the ad, they will get on our website. So we would like to optimize our website, let's say for mobile users only, rather than for, let's say, desktop users, because we can see here that 1% of everybody who accesses Facebook and is interested in cats and follows all the other criteria that we have inputted, only 1% of them use desktop computers. So this is something to consider. Something to keep in mind is that we could be changing this at any point, and it's going to give us a completely different information. Let's say now I have allowed for both genders, and then when we click on the pages they like, maybe there would be a difference. There may be a difference between the location as well. So these are all things to consider. So the best thing about this tool is that it allows you to come up with very detailed customer segmentation, and you can segment customers based on their location, based on their gender, based on their age group, as well as based on their interests. And you can couple interests together. We can look at multiple interests at the same time, and eventually the number of people would be shrinking. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because when you're a small business, you would like to start selling to a very niche group of audience, very small number of people, but highly responsive to your ad. So this is certainly a good thing, certainly a good tool to consider for your entrepreneurial journey. The best thing about Facebook Audience Insight is that it's a free tool that allows you to explore customers from all around the world. You're going to know their behavior, you're going to know what they like and why are likely to buy from you. Use the comment section down below to let me know what did you find about your prospective customer that you didn't know in advance prior to using the Facebook Audience Insight tool. Let me know down below, and if you enjoyed this video and the content, do hit the like button and subscribe, as there will be more videos coming down the line. That's all from me, your boy Stoyan, and peace out.